Welcome back to Formula Roblox, and this is not where today. It's 80% of rain because when the weather is probably pretty dangerous, we have been experiencing. We're in the storm, and looks like we're inside of that probably circuit that's before as well. Because as you can see, the track is extremely wet according into this 2022 update. This is gonna be extremely weird, and I'm not going to be turned into something replay broadcast. So, we're doing another Formula Roblox race into a dangerous weather. Welcome into the storm, and because the fact we have our last two players, but unfortunately he'll be quitting it sometimes, and instead I'm just gonna be trying to catching up with some other kinds of legal mans or something. I'm probably gonna be slow them down, and it looks like it is still raining over here before the race starts. I'm probably not sure that we just lift off the brakes, but looks like I have to jump out of here, and we're gonna be redriving as well. So I lost my qualifications, so let's just probably gonna be using the wet tires. So this is absolutely gonna be happening as here. So as you can see from outside, and probably some tires could be picked up water and splash the drivers itself. I'm inside a Formula 1 driver, and I have literally can't see, and because of 80% of manual rain as well. So it looks like we have last 2 minutes and 54 seconds, and I'm not gonna be doing for some times. It looks like I have something a little bit for a horrifying skill issue, because something is absolutely going to be making for a failure of laps. I'm starting to get a lot of failures to do so, because even my best lap times was actually weird, because unfortunately the driver has out of the race. I'm probably not sure that we're going to be going back into the menu as well. Still going to be racing for myself, but unfortunately everybody hates Monster Speeder inside of Formula Roblox as well. I feel stupidly dumb for very much as well. So it's going to be for a few more corners to go, and that how weather dynamics ruins anything as well. Because since I just saw this video, I'm not sure not saw this video anyways, because unfortunately a player was out of the Formula Roblox season. Because of this last race, I was probably terrifyingly weird as well. So looks like we said we're gonna be giving ourselves for our best lap times, and will not cause for over 2 minutes of the lap times. We just eventually branched up the corner and before the first corner, because I just probably hit the pit lane as well. We slightly straightened out because this is too much slippery, and that could cause a really hard, and it could be automatically disqualify yourself. But it looks like we're just gonna be trying to slow down, but not enough to do so. And this is gonna be really hard and get into Formula 1 lap times in the rain. So we're gonna be making our fastest lap, and probably this is not going to be our world record. If I'm really the fastest lap on this track by the rain, I am starting to get a little bit dominant according into that rain. So I'm just starting to get slowed down, and I'm not gonna be even possible to do this. And for this really hard corner, for the last couple of minutes, this is probably for our lasting minutes, for our last 20 seconds. I'm probably not sure that we're going to end up this day. So we're going to be finishing this out, and it looks like we're still hitting ourselves to do this. And this is not going to be too late. And of course, it's going to be for finishing like this one, and I'm sorry, this is probably too late. Looks like we have finishing 1 minute and 34 seconds, and looks like we're going into the grid. Because of the track is wet, and looks like we're going to be preparing to go, it looks like that internet connection is going unfortunate, because we're gonna be doing this in the rain right now, and that must be we're inside of the storm. Looks like we're going for a 3-lap race, and as you can see about the tires, and we're gonna be seeing we're going to do this as well. And the light has just gone out and away we go, but before we're gonna be doing to the end of this video. So let's just doing for one video to do this. And after the rain that we're just completely experienced, and I'm probably not sure that we're gonna be complete around here in 3 laps. This is probably really dangerous over here, because it's no longer arcade anymore, and probably this has turned something into the realistic graphics as well, or some sort of realistic physics. We probably to do so. And because I'm not gonna be really held to do this, by the way, in the rain that I just experiencing, for realization for what thing is I'm gonna be doing this. So let's just probably stop talking anyways, as we're just gonna be continuing to do this, because I know the hints anyways, and we're probably gonna be messing up all the lap times we got here. So, and before I just gonna be trying to stop talking, let's just gonna be explaining to do this. If I'm going for winning for 3 laps as well, I'm probably not sure that I just completely failed around for here during the corners into this segment mode. There's probably nothing was 10 out of 10 that we're going to be doing this segment mode and about harder turns, because I don't know why was actually going to ruin your mind. So let's go into hit the track record for under 1 minute and 30 seconds. So as you can see, 1 minute and 36 seconds was probably going to be doing for my best. So I'm just going to be doing a little bit slow, and unfortunately I got too fast, and what should be able to go into say I'm almost disqualified, and because I have a little bit amount of penalties, and oh dear, we have overshot. Looks like we got a lot of seconds of penalty, but overall we just completely bad at lap times, because look at the delta, it is 4 seconds away, and the first sector is absolutely pretty bad because I accidentally looked back. This is gonna be a little bit a while ago, and unfortunately that I'm just gonna be completely talking about for many more reasons, because I just completely upload a little bit amount of videos for just a while before that completely hits 1,000 subscribers for real. But now this is a little bit unfortunate that I'm lost my mind, because I just spend a lot of time, and it was too much, spending too much time for very much for watching a little bit amount of videos in the television, or some sort of a little bit to do this as well. Let's go for the 3rd lap, and my lap record isn't going to be quick anymore, and looks like we're going to be doing this very good segment without looking back. So because during this terrible weather situation in this circuit of the Lassard as well, I'm probably not sure that we're going to be looking at back as well. So I just completely look back, and we're just eventually going for another turn for this segment. It looks like I got my completely incredibly good segment about 4 seconds behind around for its last lap, and I accidentally gonna be making things more terrible at this thing. 3 seconds at segment. But it looks like we're accidentally doing this again, and oh dear, it was a disaster. We cannot able to do this again for whatsoever, and we're probably not sure that we're in for a one last second, and we're probably not sure that we're going to be winning a round of lap times as well. And looks like our second sector is absolutely pretty bad, but unfortunately I'm bad at lap times to do this. Still, that anybody doesn't want to play Formula Roblox anymore because of not anything as well. 1 minute and 35 seconds. And it's going to be finished. Somebody has joined the Formula 1 game. Looks like we got 1 minute and 35.5. And it was actually resulting for no skill ratings whatsoever. So our next intermission is going to do for its 3 laps. But to do this, instead of this for weather is all rain to do this, like it's next lap instead of to do, we're going to be doing for another thing. And before we're going to end of this video, looks like we're going for a 3-lap race by day, and looks like we're going for a 2 drivers. Looks like somebody who had joined the Formula 1 club as well. Right behind is the number 33 car, and looks like I'm probably not to do this because I'm the number 60 car. And let's just gonna be doing for is 1 rival to do this because I'm gonna be going for the onboard view. Let's go for a race in about 3 laps. And here goes the 5 lights, and away we go. And probably gonna be 1 versus 1 battle. If he just completely left the game, I swear my Celestia, I have nothing worried about. In the last video in that night, I probably screwed my Formula 1 lap times. Looks like racing myself in the rain before the duel. Looks like I'm going to be winning to do this because I'm going to be away for this time. And nothing but seriously, that driving on right behind is absolutely going to be to do this. Because in my first person view isn't going to be that bad. And looks like this is possibly not going to do this as well. And by this day, I might going to be making more better to do this. So I completely started to get at rainy lap times to do this, as I'm certainly not going to be beating a little bit for very much as well. So I almost going to be starting to get a little bit braking as well. So this is absolutely a little bit mental, and looks like it's gonna be taking for very weird. So not weird, as I'm probably saying. This is weird that we're going to do for another kinds of lap times, and this is pretty hard to do this in the frictional racetracks. So because I'm bad at frictional racetracks, because I am starting to get a little bit old, and that must be a subject for retirement? I don't think so. Let's go for lap number 2, and we're going to be for its best lap segment, and not instead to do this as anyways. So looks like we're inside of the lap number 2, and I just accidentally break itself, and not by mention to do to complete any lap times as possible. So I'm gonna be braking onto the 50 board and making towards for a segment lap time, as we're gonna be beating for one thing as well. And looks like we're going to be whipping up some brakes and not going to be doing for a mistake. So let's go into this thing, and looks like I'm probably not sure that we're going to be winning anyways. So back into the onboard view on this vehicle, and this segment is going to be such as pretty perfect a segment as well. So it's going to be 10 out of 10. Dry races were perfect for one big segment, but rainy things or something like this thing as well. So another complete segment is absolutely to do this as well. 3 seconds behind, but looks like we just completely did another lap as well. So since that couple of more videos to go or something is absolutely pretty, I'm interested about for this best lap times as dry land. Because of the wet land that was probably not to do this, because I'm doing this super lap away, and it was actually completely awkward. So let's completely change around here, and looks like we're going to be finishing for some big lap times. So 1 minute and 43 seconds is probably perfect. So looks like we're going to be doing it for another best lap times, and whatever we try to do this, is actually I'm not gonna be doing for many more, like this one reason. And looks like I got for a 1 second gain up for lap times, but looks like I got on Delta to do for a lot of super laps. And it's gonna be taking a little bit of win, and I'm probably sure this is gonna be taking for very seriously because I'm starting to get a little bit drunk. I'm certainly not to do for its best segments, whatever we try to say. It's gonna be pretty good to beat anything as possibly we guess. So before the sundown this is not going to be making such as the best idea to do this. Even we just almost going to cut itself, and not whatever is going to be making to us for a mistake. So let's just going into the 100 board, and it looks like it's going to be for 3 seconds. So I will be trying to beat for a world record for just right now. And it looks like we just made a little accident over here, just for a little bit of one thing or something. So looks like we just gonna be fueling one more turn as well, and it's not going to be happen again. So I have lose 1 second, and it's completely weird and probably not finishing by itself. 1 minute and 42, that's 1 second, and I just completely have made a various mistake. Because let's see for our one driver, and he feels so bad to drive it itself, because you better try to do this once again, or you better fix your lap times, and he's using for the intimidating tires. And what probably not gonna be doing this because he was pretty bad to go for racing. He's just gonna be using for the color green, which is absolutely doing such as a wrong driver. The CRI, the username was CRI, and he's not doing for our best laps. And he just completely doing his own worst. And last 50 seconds is going to be going too late, because hopefully you're not going to be such as a bad luck to do this. And he completely going to get on the reds, like all 3 sectors. But looks like this is going to be wrapped up for today's video, and let's see my segment. And probably we got 3 skill rating. We probably completed laps as anything as well. So that should be wrap up for today's video, and we're going for the time trails into the next video. So thanks for watching, and if you don't like of this video that we're going for being for such as a worst laps in the rain, hopefully that wasn't going to be such as one thing, because I feel really terrible. This is Turbo Concept signing off, and probably that changed into the track as automatically we're doing this, as we're doing for another race, doing such as 5 laps, and I'm not going to do this anytime soon. So that is all that we guess. Figure it out.